Say something that will make my day, 'cause these memories of her won't go away. They're haunting me so I can't sleep. She was a pretty little liar who cut me deep, 'cause she left me here alone. Now my bed feels just like cobblestone. Oh, why did she go? Oh, was I supposed to know that she'd leave? Was I too naive to think that she'd be the one? Whoa, why did she go? I met her back in 2005. It was her crooked little smile that caught my eye. Time went by and it was her and I. She promised me to never leave my side, but she left me here alone. I know it's dumb, I still check my phone, 'cause I can't move on. Whoa, why did she go? Whoa, was I supposed to know that she'd leave? Was I too naive to think that she'd be the one? Whoa, just tell me what.
Welcome. We're here for free live tarot readings. What is going on? Hello, everybody. The wonderful land. Hello, Diane, Bartman, MJ. What's going on? It's Wednesday, hump day. We are halfway through the work week. We're ready for the another weekend. I am all set and prepared for another weekend. That is for sure. How is everybody doing tonight? Hope you're doing great. So what kind of questions do we get for tonight? What is going on out there in tarot land? Indeed, you're good. I'm doing good. I got another card done. I got half a card done, and I got another card that I thought of that I'm going to get done tomorrow. So hopefully I'll knock out 2 more cards tomorrow and see what happens. You know what I mean? Having some negative thoughts. Well, that's not good. Wonderful land. What is your question? What's going on? So yeah, Roseanne, welcome. How you doing? Austin, welcome. How are you as well? By the way, we have a new muffin emote. I promised to add muffin, and there it is. We have a muffin emote. Just do one of those. Yeah, there you go. Muffin. Here we go. See, just need a buttery muffin. We got it now. Everybody should be all set. Marina, welcome. How are you doing? So if you have been a member, which is like this dollar thing where you get emojis. Anyway, if you do that for 3 months, you have a muffin badge as well. So there it is. You know what I mean? By the way, in case you are new here, there is no list. Donations take priority. And then I pick at random. So there we go. Julie, welcome. What is going on? So how can I forgive my biological parents? I have no idea. Ray, what is up? How are you doing tonight? We're here for some free live tarot readings. Donations take priority. Then I pick at random. We only have 1 question, so not much randomness in there. Let's see about that. Marina, how can I forgive my biological parents? Let's see. Let us see. Cheryl, welcome. How are you doing tonight? So good to see you. All right, let's use this. This might hurt tarot. That does fit the bill for the biological parents. Getting through that and trying to forgive them. I assume that you're adopted and they gave you to the adopted family. I mean, I don't know what's happening. I'm just basing that on your question. So let's see, how do we forgive them and how do we move on? At some point, you got to move on. There we go. All right. Let's see about that. See how that is going to work out for you. All right. Turn that off. Okay. How can we forgive? Forgiveness is all about the Page of Cups. Sometimes we feel alone, and that it's difficult to forgive anybody when we feel alone with the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups, if you've watched my videos on court cards, is indeed a little bit of a loner. They're sort of an introvert. They are a loner. They feel like that a lot of times they're just alone. You sort of see that with this particular deck because the fish is in a bag. So it's a little sort of a goldfish feel in a bag, when you're taking them home. But yeah, feel alone. Don't feel like we are being supported. Don't feel like that we have the support that we need sometimes. So we do feel like that. And the Page of Cups is also sort of a neophyte with emotion. So dealing with something sometimes may be difficult for that. The Lovers points to just sort of being in getting a connection to a particular person and working on forgiveness from there, right? Because we can't really, unless we can forgive somebody, unless we can move to the next stage and actually forgive people, then you sort of need to sort of get a connection with them in order to forgive them. So forgiving people from afar is not as easy as sort of having a connection with somebody and communicating and understand the reasons they did things or things like that. So connections and communication is going to be key for that. Cheryl, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The Ten of Swords says at the end of the day, it is a mental state. It is sort of incumbent upon you to get that done. Nobody else is really going to do it for you. So if you do want to move forward with that, if you do want to sort of get the next step, get the next stage for that, that's going to be, obviously on you. A Ten of Swords don't feel so defeated at some times, and it's going to be incumbent upon you to sort of move past that. Nine of Cups says that sometimes people do the best decisions that they know how to do, and sometimes people just do decisions that they think makes the most sense for them at that time, irregardless of what happens later. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just don't plan, and we just make decisions that affect people, and we really didn't plan it out well. Speaking of planning it out well, look at this. Try muffin. Try muffin. We got a buttery muffin emoji, and there it is. It is a buttery muffin emoji. I made it. It is ready and set to go. So you see what I worked on today. Lanny, welcome. How you doing? Tracy's randomness. Philippe, how is everybody? Maddie, welcome as well. Diane, what is going on? So I mean, I'm just saying. The buttery muffin looks indeed like a buttery muffin. I mean, it looks like a nice little muffin. So there you go. That's all you need. You just need 2 muffins like on that card. So that is, that is it. All right. Can you see if it's good for me to get a BA or MA in diplomacy, international relationships, or neither? All right. Well, it sounds like we can get 2 different MA possibilities here. We can do a throwdown for Cheryl, see what is going on with that. KS, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's see if the throwdown. See, a throwdown. Good for me. There we go. Good for me to get an MA in diplomacy or international relations. Let's do a throwdown for that. Let's see. We got the throwdown combo here.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
And for this particular throwdown, I did want to do the Thoth. I think we can do the Thoth. We got I'm not sure where the mini Thoth went. I know it was here, but I use it for private readings. I've had a lot of private readings lately, so it is something going on with that. CM, doesn't frosting automatically make it a cupcake? That could be. CM, that could be a universal. I may adjust it and make it. Lanny, thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate you. I may adjust it and put butter, a stick of butter on top of the cupcake. So there it is, universal. There it is, universal symbolism there for the buttery cupcake. All right, the buttery muffin. All right. Let's see what's going on. Over on the right side, we got international relations, and over on the left side, we got option A, which is going to be diplomacy. So diplomacy looks okay. So first of all, how much travel are you really going to be able to put up with? That's sort of where we're asking here. You know what I mean? It just feels like that. How much travel are you willing to withstand? Because it looks like diplomacy does involve travel. We have quickness over here. It also does look like that this is going to be something that you can get into. I think you like to debate a little bit. I think you like to sort of get both sides, try to figure out how to do that, how to navigate through that, get to the heart of the matter, and get people on the right track. I think you're pretty good at that. I also think you're pretty good at conflict resolution. So if somebody is in conflict, they are having some problems, I think that you can sort of step in, tell people what the benefits, downsides of both sides are going to be, help them do the decision making. Diplomacy seems like a good option for you, definitely. Diplomacy is sort of leaning towards being the best one, mainly because of the 9 here that really sort of supports that the good feeling, the happiness, the overall satisfaction with that. Conflict resolution could go sour sometimes depending upon the conflict, but overall it looks like this is sort of the winner here, the diplomacy, right? Now, as far as international relations, this looks like something where almost that you regret getting that. Definitely not your forte. It almost feels like that there's not really a solution to this. There's not really anything you can do to benefit it overall. It feels like that you just have some problems getting into it, getting interested in it, and it just overall becomes boring for you relatively quickly, right? So it just feels like that the international relations feels pretty bad, especially when you have the sort of the dried up feel, the dried up emotions. It feels like I'm not getting anything done, as well as it feels like you need to move on emotionally from that particular career as well. So the MA looks a little better. So if I have the 3 choices, the diplomacy, international relations, or neither, I'm going for diplomacy. Diplomacy wins. Really, really good cards here. A little bit of travel involved with that, which I'm kind of surprised that travel card came up on diplomacy rather than international relations. You would think it'd be the opposite, but there it is. Galaxy Girl, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Kitty, I emailed you if you want to stream together. If you want to stream together this Saturday, let me know. I shot you an email earlier, I think earlier today or yesterday or something like that. Anyway, let's see what is going on here. We got KS wants to know, my BF is ghosting me. Can't act, if it's yes, when? Okay. My BF is ghosting me. Is he going to contact me or no? What is going on with that? Well, that is not good at all. You can't, sometimes you can't ghost. That just doesn't work out all the time. So there you go. Let's see about the ghost or not to ghost. We can use a little flair here of the tarot, the divine. By the way, the top decks of the year is coming out. The video is coming out on Friday. Cheryl, you're quite welcome. Head Troll, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Kathy, welcome as well. How are you doing? Let's see about that. I am ready for some Tarot of the Divine. This sure scored high on the video coming out, so all my decks are warping. I think, I don't know, does that mean it's too dry or too moist in here? I don't know. You know what I mean? I normally don't use the word moist on stream, but I'm not really sure. Humid, is the humidity causing the warping? I don't know. Maybe I should look that up. There's probably something somewhere that tells me exactly what causes it, but I'm too lazy to actually look. So, need to dedicate some time to that maybe. So let's see about that. Are they ghosting me? And are they going to contact me? If so, yes, when? 3 of Coins, 6 of Cups, Page of Swords, and Queen of Coins. Sunflower, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The Page of Coins, or the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Coins. Yes, they do contact you again. It seems like that there's some resolution to resolve. There's some things to get sort of fixed. They're just not going to contact you just out of the blue. I think they need some fixing. I think they need to understand what caused the problem, how to fix the problem. I don't think they just sort of want to roll in, just randomly sort of roll in and hope for the best. I think that they'd want to avoid what happened in the first place, right? Kitty, I got your email. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I will email you a link and get the video up and all that stuff. So the Three of Coins says we need to do some work. I mean, this is the work card. It's also sort of a Leo feel as well, the Three of Coins, where we are presenting the work. We are doing all of that and getting all of that done. And it feels like that we sort of need to get something done before we contact each other again. Six of Cups is a contact each other card. This is where the sister is handing the sister a cup or flowers or whatever is going on, but it does feel like that there is a good possibility here of them contacting you again. Six of Cups is sort of like the Two of Cups. It just has that good feel, has that good, sisterly love or family love thing going. I think they will be contacting you again. Page of Swords, again, says that they're pretty upset. They're pretty sort of determined to get things resolved. They don't want to walk into the big crap show that was whatever happened. So they're definitely in that mood. Page of Swords says we need to adjust, we need to deal with it. So if you can provide maybe a hint that there's some resolution or a hint that we won't repeat the process again, then that's going to be a big help for this, but they will be contacting you again. Queen of Coins. So you're asking when? Again, it's almost like that they're waiting for you to make a move. So when are you willing to make a move? When are you willing to walk in and sort of reassure them, or walk in and sort of at least hint of a reassurance that is going to be there? They may be definitely sort of waiting for you. And that's what you see with the Page of Swords. If you remember my court card video, it talks about this as all the elements. They're willing to adjust. They're willing to work things out. They're willing to get things done. But they just need the Queen of Coins, that stability from the Queen of Coins, and sort of that a little bit of a hint that we have some stability coming back in instead of this instability that we had before. So there we go. All right. So Kitty and I will be doing a tarot chat Saturday at noon. There you go. Sounds like fun. We'll figure out something to talk about. All right. Lanny, does my ex-Gemini want anything to do with me? Do you see reconciliation? Here we go. Who is signed in? I don't know. All right. Publishing and books. Ooh, that sounds kind of fun. All right. Does my ex-Gemini want anything from me? Do we have a reconciliation coming up in here? Let's sort of see about that. Whoa. I don't know where that 9 came from, but there you go. They have an extra 9. I guess better than a 7. We'll do the Waterfall Tarot for this one, because I do love me some Waterfall Tarot, mainly because I made it. I'm down to 5 of these. I'm not sure if I want to reprint it or not. I may just put all of my decks on print on demand. So you can go to make playing cards and just print it over there. It'll be a little more expensive, but there you go. You reserved one yesterday. How the home purchase go? Blah. Congratulations and thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Let's see about that. All right. Let's see what is going to happen with all of that good stuff. As far as the X goes, right? We got a good card. We're back to the 6. Do they want anything from you? 5 of Wands, 2 of Cups, King of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. It almost seems like that this eventually turns into some on-off thing, to where you do have communication, but then you don't have communication. You do have reconciliation, but you don't have reconciliation. And we see that because of this conflict field that we have from the 5 of Wands. We just have this difficulty. We're just sort of just fight. We're not really in the mood for fighting. We're not really in that fighting mode, because we are taking a break and a lot of those things have calmed down. But it just seems that there is some conflict or something stopping us from getting together. We definitely have sort of a barrier between that and the 2 of Cups. Now, the King of Wands is sort of an interesting one. They are looking over at the 2, which is a great positive card. It talks about getting together. It talks about joining together again. Same thing with the 6 of Cups. So I do think that they contact you and you end up getting into an on and off relationship, basically. So there you go. I think that it is an opportunity for you for an on-off thing. I don't think that there's anything like super serious or super long-term from this. If you want something casual, again, if you want something on-off, that is definitely going to be a possibility there because you have the Two of Cups. Then you have the Six of Cups. We have this reuniting and joining feel from within here. Now, I do think that there is a massive delay before that you actually get anything that's reconciliatable. Is that a word? Reconciliation. I do think that you have a massive delay. Again, there's something in the way. There's something blocking this from happening. And you see this with the Five of Wands. Could it be that the ex has moved on to another relationship? Could it be the ex is going through some problems, going through some difficulties and not really sort of in there? Could it be, and I think this is the real thing, that if the ex does approach you, if the ex does come in, that Gemini thing is just going to sort of kick in and they're going to give you a bit of a false pretense. In other words, they're going to present you with one thing, but in reality, they have another thing in mind. So I think you're getting a bit of a false pretense when they do come back. Definitely watch out for that. Don't be sort of just ready to jump in there. Sort of figure out, is this real? Is this legitimate before you sort of want to dive into anything? Again, because we have this separation between these two joining cards, and then you have other cards, the fight card. We have this overly ambitious card, etc. And again, the sort of that Gemini feel kicks in where we have this duality of, yeah, I contacted you, but it's not authentic, or there's some ulterior motives behind that. So there we go. Definitely watch out for that, Lanny, and let us know how it works out. Will I work in publishing? Maybe being a book editor. Well, there you go, Galaxy Girl. How much do you charge per page? Let me know. I'm writing another book. Galaxy Girl, let me know what you charge per page. I am writing another book, and I do enjoy dictating it into the phone. So it has a lot of little errors here and there. So, I mean, I could use an editor, quite frankly. Let me know. GG. Will I work in publishing? Maybe as a book editor. See, you already have business. You haven't even started, and you already have business. You already have business. You know what I mean? All right, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting the Gregory Scott. I threw the box down on there, all of that good stuff. Yeah, I like dictating into the phone. And obviously the phone, it doesn't get all the words correctly. There's no capital at the beginning of many sentences and all this other stuff. So let me know what you charge per page or what you charge per word. Is it word or I don't know. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying for simple editing, there you go. Let's see how this is going to go. If you are going to be good. And that's sort of where we're at, is sort of like this gig economy, to where you do a certain amount of gigs, you do things on the side, you're on Fiverr offering services and stuff. I think that's one of the things, the new, I guess, business model has changed over the years, especially nowadays. So, will you work in publishing? Is this going to be a thing? You're passionate about it. I think that you're good at it. Obviously, you're capable. You are, you definitely sort of, obviously had experience with this. You enjoy this. This is something that you're comfortable with, and something that you think that you end up producing a good product out of. That's sort of the main thing, right? At the end of the day, did we produce something good? Did we have a nice product? Did we produce something that we're proud of? I think the Ten of Cups says yes. That is sort of a good match. It is a nice match as far as what we do. Temperance says that you do know how to sort of navigate through this field. You're definitely going to be, sort of a good at this particular skill and whatnot. But as far as getting into this full time, I think you have some hesitation. It almost seems like that you can't really get into this. There are some things blocking you. You can't really find a position that's going to be capable of what you need to do. The good news is we have the Page of Pentacles right here. Again, side gigs, definitely possible for you to get into. What's going on with the focus? There we go. Side gigs are definitely going to be something that you can get into and do it as well. One of the big things about temperance is that we have 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. So we have a little bit of that combination between the two worlds. And I think that's what you're looking at here, because you can do book editing. You can do all this stuff from the comfort of your home. You don't need to go and drive into a big publishing company in the middle of New York. You don't need to do all of that. You can do this from home. You can have these skills from home. You can do Zoom meetings to catch up with anything with the publishing company has. But this is a big boon for you because now you get the comfort of your home. You need to take care of the kids. You need to do some stuff around the house. You need to do some other activities. Then you're going to be home and be available for all of that stuff. And you can still work. No commute, no gas. I mean, just massive benefits with this. And temperance shows us that with the between two worlds feels in that. Page of Pentacles says it is sort of difficult to make a living with this, though. And the Queen of Swords, you end up getting into something, but again, it's hard to find the job. It's sort of difficult to find the job with that. Because one of the problems that you're going to run into is, if I need a book editor, since they can stay at home, I can hire one across the country. I don't need somebody locally. So if I'm in New York and we're paying a New York salary, I can hire somebody out of Nebraska and pay them a much lower salary than I would somebody local in New York. So again, it's this thing about your competition went from people that are local to people that are going to be around the world. So around the U.S., around the world, everywhere. Anyway. There you go. I'm being serious though. Email me. My email address is in the description. Email me at what your rate is and whatnot. All right. So Sunflower, is Tabby's ankle fractured or broken? She fell down the stairs earlier. No, wait a minute. Sunflower, is this the person that you didn't like and they just happened to fall down the stairs? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, this is the person you didn't like and was talking bad about you, and they just happened to fall down the stairs? Whoa. Well, now. All right. Let's see what's going on. What's a good fracture down the stairs? I mean, you didn't like them in the first place. Let's do some Baba Studio. Let's do some Baba Studio and get it done. Ms. Weeds, by the way, thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate that. Ms. Weeds, did you see the muffin, the new muffin? Ms. Weeds, we got a muffin in chat. Look at this. You just do colon muffin, and you get a buttery muffin, a fresh buttery muffin. I'm just saying right there, a fresh buttery muffin. You see the butter on top of the muffin, and that is and that's the new thing. You know, everybody wanted it, so I had to give it to them. You just yeah, you know, they just happen to fall down the stairs. I mean, I'm just saying. All right. Anyway, for entertainment purposes only, as you know, what are they going to happen here? What is going to happen? Are they going to heal up? They fell down. Is it fractured or broken? We need to see. Do we have cracks or do we have just a clean break? The hermit says that they do need some time to heal. They do feel alone with this. We're sort of alone with the hermit. I think they're going to heal faster than you expect, basically, is what the hermit's saying in here. The hermit is a good card for like moving and all of this stuff, and that's going to be a good thing for the rapidity of healing. The Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups, and the High Priestess. The High Priestess. I think we have a fracture. The High Priestess has two different pillars that are apart. Okay, we have the B and the J pillars, and the part of each other. Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But so because they're separated, that's a break. So I think the separation of those two pillars is a break. They're two separate pillars, but it's upside down. So I don't think the break actually occurred. I do think that it is a fracture. So there we go. The Nine of Cups, sort of an interesting thing here. Definitely not pleased about that. At least maybe they'll chill out with whatever they were doing that you didn't like, for sure. Nine of Cups sort of says they're getting a little bit of a chill. They're learning how to chill. That's all you need in life, is to learn how to chill. The Wheel of Fortune, life goes on. Life goes on. I don't think ultimately this is going to dissuade them from doing whatever they did. You know what I mean? Maybe they did a Joe Biden. They were playing with their dogs or something, and the dog shoved them down the stairs. I don't know. But they're going to have a little what is it, an ankle boot? Is that what they called it, you know? So I think they just did a Joe Biden. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Just make sure that they don't have any dogs that they're playing with. And, make sure that they're careful around the stairs, you know? You want to be careful with them stairs. But I think they're going to be all right. They're just going to have the Joe Biden boot on. So there you go. All right. Let's see about this. How will the home purchase go? I reserved one yesterday. Blah took that big step. Blah took that big step. Finally got one. Blah, which one was it? Which one was it, Blah? Out of all the ones that you looked at, all the ones we read for, which one was it? We need to know. Blah, we are invested in this. We have invested our blood, sweat, and tears into your home buying process. We want to know, what is the one that you ended up choosing? Because that's some critical information over here. Where's my box? Everybody's going to ask what this is. I don't even have my box over here. Oh, here it is. There you go. In case you're wondering what this deck is, because you will see it and love it instantly, I'm just saying, it is the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. There you go. All right. Are they sniffing hair if they did a Joe Biden? I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far. I'm just saying you end up getting the Biden boot. Get one of them booties to help your foot heal so you can do the presidency thing or whatever you're going to do. All right. Hello. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. You want a muffin too? How do I get it put? Yeah, there you go. You need Blah. Which one? The one that I've always had my heart set. That's good. You got that little star card going. Blah has a little star card action. Their destiny home. That is perfect. Now, how will the purchase go? 2 of coins says we have decisions to make. That is for sure. Are you going to do 30 year? Are you going to do 15 year? How are you going to do that? Do you have all the documentation prepared for the bank to get all of that stuff done? Or what are going to be the options here? The 2 of coins says we have decisions to make and things to do, people to see with that. The devil says there is a bit of a twist once we get in the process and get going. It's like they need too much information, or they need this, they need that. You give them this, you give them that, Blah, and they come back and say, I need more stuff. I need this and that and this other thing too. You're like, Jesus, how much stuff we got a little twist here. It is a little twist going on. That devil, it doesn't go perfectly smooth. You got a couple of things you sort of need to get in on. Queen of Swords says you're going to be pressured, Blah. You're going to be pressured to hurry up. They want you to hurry up. They want you to get it done right now. They don't want you to wait. They don't want you to think about anything. They want you to get it cashed out. They want you to get the inspection done yesterday. They want to get everything done this week if humanly possible. Thank you for joining the family, Miss Tweets. How are you doing? Thank you so much. But yeah, the Queen of Swords says you got somebody that's rushing you along, Blah. They're putting stress. They're putting pressure on you. You got the Queen of Wands, though. I think you can keep up with them. I think you can, but you just feel like, gee, like what are these people doing that they got to stress me out over this? So be prepared. Be prepared. A little bit extra documentation, a little bit of choosing you need to do. Somebody is going to be stressing you out. That Queen of Swords person is just not too friendly at all. They're a pain in the booty. They're going to be a pain in the booty during this process. But, you're going to get through it. It's all about the fun and entertainment going on there. See, the more emojis to use. We have quite a few emojis. Yeah, that's for sure. The slump hump. What are we going to do with that? SD. The slump. I'm just going to be happy with that. Blah, you are prepared. Blah, you've had so much time to do all this too, Blah. I know you've been you've been sort of waiting. All right, good news. My cloth shipped. My cloth shipped today. So this is good news. The cloth will be here probably Monday or Tuesday. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty thrilled. I'm pretty thrilled about this cloth. If this cloth looks good, we are going to Kickstarter immediately the same day. So we're going to Kickstarter maybe Monday. There we go. Melanie, thank you for your donation. I got your question in the queue, and pretty excited about the cloth shipping, I gotta say. Let's see, we'll do a little bit of Chiro. We can do some Chiro. It is a Chiro kind of day. It is everything. You are so ready. Blah is prepared. Blah has it going on. I mean, Blah's been hunting for a house since I was like 12 years old, I think. I'm just saying. Anyway, there's a lot of people. I watch a lot of financial YouTube channels, and there's a lot of people saying we're going to have a housing crash in 2023 or 2022. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about it. Everybody's always speculating all this stuff. You never know. Austin, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Let's see, which sabotaging in my channel. Who's sabotaging your channel? What's going on? What do you got going on over there, Austin? What is happening? Austin, we need to do a collab too. I forgot. Five of Wands. We got the slump. The Five of Wands says that the conflict is not really here. Six of Cups. Three of Wands. And the King of... You need to change something to get through the slump. I don't think getting through the slump is a freebie. I don't think that you just sort of glide along, ride the waves, and then the slump just goes poof, magically disappears. I think you got some work to do on that. And I think some of this is just based upon emotions, based upon emotionally, how we're reacting to stuff. So when we have something, how will we react to it? Is it going to be an emotional thing? Is it going to be some opportunity that we're excited about? Is it going to be something that we see as a downside, etc.? The Five of Wands says definitely sort of an emotional component to that, and we do need to sort of reduce the conflict or sort of get through this in many ways. So, yeah, a lot of this is just sort of how we react to stuff rather than what the stuff actually is. Six of Cups being reversed says we do actually not have enough support to make it through the slump. I mean, the more support, the better. Can we contact our friends, family? Who's there to support us and keep us going and keep us sort of in line with our goals, our ambitions, our emotions, and things like that? The more help, the more support we can get, the better off we're going to be at the long run. You know what I mean? Cappy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, definitely get some support. Get that family member that can support you, the friend, the family, anything that you can do. Three of Wands says you need to make some changes. Bottom line from the slump. You have to make some changes. And I just pointed out over here that we need to, a lot of this is sort of our reaction to it or sort of where we're headed. Again, make some changes so it's not a slump, but it's an opportunity to do something else. So we're sort of reframing it, relooking at it. Feels a little bit, too positive thinking feel there, a little bit of Tony Robbins, but, I'm just not saying that. I'm saying we do need to make some changes and accommodations in order to sort of get through this. Anyway, at the end of this, the King of Cups says, the emotions do pick up. We can make these changes. We can get through. It's not going to be that big of a deal at the end of the day. There you go. There you go. A lot of slump is just an opportunity to do something different. Basically, that's what it's saying. A little bit too Tony Robbins there, but that's the way it goes. Relationship advice between ex David and I, Kathy. Are we getting together? Does he still love me? Does he still love Hello? I don't know. If I had a name like Hello, I mean, everybody loved me. That's a great name. D and I. We had the first D question of the night. D and I. Can we get through this? Are we going to be back together? Let's get a good love deck right here and get it. We got to get serious with this. Get the Mons Tarot. Oh, man. Delete them from your channel, delete multiple. It takes 2 seconds to delete an account. You just got to nuke it. Austin, I get the same thing. I spend 3 seconds nuking the old account, 3 seconds nuking the new account. And that takes care of itself. You just gotta be prepared to keep nuking them. I don't know what you did to I don't know what kind of problem they have. Sounds like they're a bit mental, but you just got to keep nuking them. Well, let's see about that here in a minute, though. The D and I. Everybody does love the D. So will we get the D back? Is that going to be a thing? Let us see. Violet Lotus. Whoa, it's been a minute since I've seen you. How are you doing tonight? It is so good to see you again. All right. Let's see about this. Reconciliation. Ace of Swords says they do come back. They do come back and contact you again. It is something where they do come back. Ace of Swords is a sort of, I want to be contacted, let's talk, let's discuss, and things like that. The Ten of Pentacles, they do have high hopes. They want to get something a little bit in there, and they will sort of want to move on and get something as far as distinctly going. Moon says we want to get something steady. Hierophant says that there's some problems sort of getting into that, though. I think that they ended up in another relationship but it's not a good relationship. It's almost like they're just completely miserable at times, but we do have sort of that feel where we're just having difficulties overall with the current relationship. So the old relationships looks pretty good. You know what I mean? Ace of Swords, I think they do end up contacting you, and they still have romantic feelings. As far as romantic feelings go, let's sort of discuss that. We're really sort of never really into the realm of cups. I mean, we just don't have the cups. We're just not here. Do they have romantic feelings, or do they just want back what they had before? It's almost like a feel of I want back what I had before, rather than I have all of these feelings. We're soulmates. I want to, get in back where we were. I want to revitalize the relationship. I want to work to. I think that they're looking just for something steady without a lot of work. They know that you're available. They know that they could get something steady. They could get something pretty regular, and they don't have to put like a ton of work into it. I just don't see any cups. I don't see any cups. I see a permanence card like the moon, where I want to do the same thing every day and all of that stuff. The moon feels like I want something that's going to be steady. The Ten of Pentacles, I want something that's going to have some stability to it, have a good foundation with it. Ace of Swords, I want to have regular contact. I just want to be, so it's almost like we're just role-playing a relationship. Basically, it feels like we're role-playing a relationship. That's what it feels like. So no cups, nothing. Let's just go through the motions and hope for the best. Basically that's it. So that's not really good or bad. I mean, it could be great if you just want the person in your life. Maddie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So, there you go. When will Pisces get back to me? If so, Pisces, man, never know what the Pisces is going to do. That is for sure. Melanie, welcome to the channel, Melanie, by the way. Please hit that like and subscribe. We got tarot news that just came out. We got a new deck that I'm working on that's coming out, and I'll make an eggplant card just for CM. So, make an eggplant character or something just for CM. All right. We got tarot news, and we got the best decks of 2020 coming out on Friday. We got that video. It's already set up. I got it to be released. We got 4K flip throughs. I mean, this place is action packed. You got to be subscribed, though, to get all the video notifications and all that stuff. I mean, I sit there and I work hard for all of you every day. Get some 4K flip throughs, get some deck reviews, do some unboxing, get some news, get some lessons, get court card stuff, do some tarot cards, do some tutorials on how to draw tarot cards. This place is packed. Hit that like and sub so you don't miss anything. All right. Let's see what is going on here. We want to go back to the Catholic Church after some years away because we miss the wafers and the wine. You know what I mean? If we get that true Italian or the true Catholic feel, get a little wafers, get some wine in there, get some wine in us. It is Sunday morning. Oh man, I was Catholic since I was born. Man, I don't know. I burned out of that eventually. But, when I get older, I got burned out of that. So it was fun when I was young, but I started asking too many questions for the church. Like, okay, you got Adam and you got Eve, right? Adam and Eve, that's all you got. How do you reproduce without having genetic defects? I mean, at some point, we're starting to get some genetic defects. We only got 2 people. Like, how do we proceed from here? We need more people than 2 if we're going to repopulate everything. Anyway, yeah, they didn't like me after I started asking all these questions. And don't even get me started on Noah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just have questions. And they wanted me to shut up. I was just a little kid. I had some questions. Okay, anyway, let's see about you. If we go back to the Catholic Church after some years anyway, what is going to happen? I think that the Catholic Church has changed a little bit. It's changed a little bit. There's some differences here. By the way, this is the Heaven and Earth Tarot, which is perfect for this question, by the way. You have all of these options. You have all of these interesting things happening. And it just feels like that there are more choices. There's more variety. I think that they're a little bit more chill. You know what I mean? Because I got to admit, I do miss the Christmas services with the handbells, because I used to be in the handbell thing. But we get that feel there's more choices, there's more variety, there's more things to do. Maybe there's more hymns, maybe there's more interesting churches. Again, I think that you have more variety as you go in. All right. I think that because you're familiar with this, it does have a good homey feel to it. Look at this happy family. It brings you back to those days. Melanie, brings you back to those days where you just felt at home. You know what I mean? You went to the Christmas service. They had the handbells in the back thing. They had the organ and all of that. It's just sort of fun. Makes you feel comfortable. You feel like you're a family again. Farrah, thank you for your donation. Now, I do think that you don't want to go every time. I do think that you need some breaks in between. This is not something where you just want to go in, 100%. You definitely want to take a little break here and there. Try out some different churches and whatnot. The bottom line is I think you're going to feel like you're going to be at home. Definitely has the Ten of Cups feel. But I think that you run into some people that you don't like in there. So you may not want to be socializing. Once you run into these people, you may not want to be socializing too much. Again, be sure to shop around and all of that stuff. So there you go. Sarah wants to know, is this free? It is, Sarah. There is no list. Sarah, donations take priority, and then I pick at random. Most nights, there's a lot of donations. So anyway, ask your question in chat. And we'll see about that. We will see about it. But that is how we roll here. Austin has the a-holes coming into the channel. That's not good at all. Austin, I don't know what. Maybe they didn't like you buying that new car. I mean, it could be a thing. A-holes in the channel. There you go. Practicing Catholic, love the church, feel very physical, low-key pagan Catholic. Yeah, that is a thing too. I don't know. I do sort of miss the church in sort of a low-key way, like you're talking about. Definitely not something where I would just go like every Sunday, but it was just kind of fun. I mean, I like the Easter service, and I like the Christmas services, and basically anything that's more interesting than just a regular average day. I'm probably a really bad Catholic, but there you go. There you go. It does feel homey. People are nice, and everybody's nice at church. That's what I like about church. You don't just like roll in and somebody just punches you because they don't like you or something. You know what I mean? They're kind of nice to you. Let's see what we have. We have Austin Curse. The Austin Curse could be. I mean, this could be a new thing. The Austin Curse. Maybe we need an Austin Curse emoji, All right. Good night to you indeed, AR. How are you doing tonight? A-holes on the channel. What are we going to do with that? Page of Arrows. Oh, it does say you're having a problem. You're having a problem, Austin. The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is able to accommodate anything. They're able to adjust to whatever comes along because they have all of the elements. This being reversed says that you're taking it pretty poorly. You're taking it kind of hard. And it is the internet. And the first rule of the internet is you're going to get trolled. Every time, that's just what happens. The page of arrows being reversed says you are having a rough time, during the getting the trolled part. The page of stones, you think that this person is going to sort of come in, they're going to roll in, and they're just going to destroy the channel. They're just going to bottom out the channel. They're going to absolutely destroy it. You feel like they have more power than you do, right? It almost feels like you can't ban them. They are going to come back, things like that. But the page of stones, it says that you're concerned about your stability, overall stability of the channel and things like that, if these a-holes keep running through there and just sort of going through your stuff. The Knight says, it is the Knight of Vessels, the Knight of Cups, the Mr. Romance. It does say that a lot of times, I guess we're trying to please too many people. It just feels like we have the sort of the Mr. Romance is kind of out of place here. I'm just going to assume, and I'm going to interpret it as we're trying to please too many people. A lot of times you just have to just do the ban hammer. I do the ban hammer quite a bit. The minute somebody says anything, if somebody comes in new and they say something that's vile or something like that, I just ban. I don't really think about it, and I'll forget that I ban them an hour later. So it doesn't really concern me much. It does say that don't try to be overly nice. Don't try to accommodate everybody and love everybody. A lot of times, if people are just a-holes, you just got to give them Das Boot. Das Boot, the Green Man says you'll be all right. I mean, you'll be all right. There's nothing. You got that ban hammer. You got the button that just makes people go away. Just click it, go on about life. You're not going to be able to, if you get into an argument with a troll, you're feeding them, and now they're going to get much worse. It's better just to deal with the problem quickly, efficiently, and move on. There are many, many people on YouTube that are going to be running into your channel and love it. So the couple of people that just want to cause problems, it's best just to not even converse with them and give them Das Boot. Let's see. Cappy, is the Aquarius in love in a good relationship with his wife? Is the Aquarius. All right. So this is the Aquarius that you asked about before. Aquarius in love. Are they in love? Is it being something where they just want to come home and give them a big hug and kiss? What's a big hug and kiss deck? Oh, look at that. Oh, no. Let's deal with this one. Let's go with this one. By the way, I found out how she did this deck quite by accident. Here's the story. I found out how she did this deck. Christina, welcome. So good to see you. I ended up, there was this article on how to make a comic. So how to make a filter that converts things to a comic book drawing or something like that. Anyway, I was like, that's kind of interesting. I mean, I could kind of use that, but it ended up producing this overly dramatic, effect where there were hard lines and deep shadows and bright whites. And the first thing I said was, that looks like the Grimalkin Tarot. So I got, one of the Grimalkin Tarots has a husky on it. So I searched a picture of a husky. I ran it through that filtering process, and it looked exactly like it. I was like, oh, well, okay. So I was kind of curious how she got the effect. Now I know. If you run clouds through it, it looks exactly like that. If you run a cat through it, it looks like that. Obviously, there's some manipulation after that. But anyway, I figured it out. I thought it was kind of interesting, just accidentally ran into this. Anyway, is the Aquarius in love and have a good standing, good relationship with the wife? Absolutely not. We have the devil sort of right here. The devil is causing some problems, and that's not going to be good. We have the devil within the relationship. We have some conflict. We have some stuff going on. The Knight of Swords is sort of rolling through as well. I think one of them is ready to leave. I think one of them is ready to get going and sort of get out of there, right? The Knight of Swords says, let's get out of here. And it definitely has that movement card where we're sort of moving, we're getting out of here. We have that feel with that as well. Again, we have the devil within the relationship. The Aquarius is not doing good. Two of Pentacles says as well as the other person seems to be just presenting problem after problem. It seems like that they're just not happy with stuff. They're a bit dramatic. They're a bit overly dramatic with some things and just sort of a pain in the butt a lot of times. You know what I mean? Two of Pentacles were sort of juggling a bit of things like that. There's sort of an interesting, there's like their public persona and then there's the private persona. So you do have that odd feel as we sort of come along into the realm. But anyway, but the Two of Pentacles does say we do have those choices to make. King of Wands ultimately says that it is a struggle. They're trying to get through it, but they're sort of committed and staying in there. So, I mean, there you go. Yes, indeed, it is the Grimalkin Tarot, by the way, in case you're wondering what this is. Hello. This is a Grimalkin Tarot by MJ. And she makes the Wise Dog Tarot. She makes a Crow Tarot. And she is also making another tarot deck as well. So there you go. But yeah, in case you're wondering, I do want to start a series on the channel about how to make, like, what style did this particular deck creator use? I think it'd be kind of fun just to sort of challenge ourselves and try to figure out what style they used and how they did it, you know, sort of how they did it, feel to it. Anyway, I accept the challenge. Maddie, thank you so much for being a strong supporter on Instagram. Maddie, I appreciate your comments and all your good thumbs up and all that. When will the Pisces get back to me? When is the Pisces coming back? I don't know. Let's figure it out. Yeah. I think that her decks feel kind of samey after the first one. I mean, it's not like a huge, wide variety. It does feel kind of samey to me, but that's just me though. But I'm glad that I picked up the Grimalkin Tarot because I think that is her best. I agree with that for sure. The new one where it has the variety of animals, I'm not thrilled with it. I absolutely despise the Crow Tarot. I just think it's just weird overall and just doesn't have a good theme to it. I don't like the cards, but I guess that's a personal thing. I mean, the Crow Tarot is on Amazon, and I'm sure that somebody probably bought it, mass marketed it. And the Wise Dog Tarot, well, publisher picked up the Wise Dog Tarot, and it is going to be a mass market. So I think that's going to be a big one as well. I'm kind of interested in picking it up just because now it's like $15. And I think it was like 35 or 40 when I bought it. So I feel like I got a better deal with the $15 version. Anyway, the Pisces, will they get back to me? Five of Cups, no. Three of Swords, no. Hanged Man, no. Empress, no. I say no. It doesn't look good. Maddie, sorry to give you bad news. You're such a big supporter. It's hard to give you bad news, but I gotta lay it on the line. I got to do it. The Five of Cups, the Lord of Disappointment, doesn't bode well. It bodes rather poorly. For anybody coming back, anybody wanting to get that Seven of Swords feel, I really wish the Seven of Swords were in here and I could just tell you, hey, Seven of Swords, I say all the time in my book, that's coming back. I don't see it. I see the Five of Cups, see the Lord of Disappointment, followed by the Three of Swords, the Lord of the Broken Heart. You know, I don't literally think that's the Golden Dawn what is it? Annotation. I don't think that's the Golden Dawn meaning, but you know, the Three of Swords says that I think they vacated. They exited stage left. They just left. Hanged Man. I think that the person that you knew is now becoming a different person. I think that they sort of, moved on. Or I think that they have a different sort of feel to how they're doing things and all that. So, yeah, there you go. Empress, overall, you're better without them. I mean, the Empress is a comfort card. It is coming into your own emotions, coming into your own self and sort of feeling like confidence and I know who I am and I'm happy with who I am. And I think at the end, you're better off without them because this sort of relates into this next generation, which is almost like a death card field. We're moving into something better, or Six of Swords field, and that is the Empress. So overall, I think you're better off without them. I mean, there's so many songs that say that. But that is real. That is real. Aquarius, do they have feelings for me? Cappy wants to know. Let's see what's going on, Cappy. Cappy, hopefully. By the way, we are ending soon. We have so much damn fun over here. I love, even if I'm in a bad mood, the minute I hit start stream, I'm immediately in a good mood. Immediately in a good mood. All of y'all are like my psychotherapist. You know what I mean? Like the minute y'all show up, I feel fantastic. Just saying. Aquarius has feelings. I should end up just paying y'all like an hourly rate or something to put me in a good mood. Okay. Oh, we want an Aquarius feeling. What is going to be a good deck for that? I'm not sure. We haven't used this one in a while. It has been a minute. By the way, this is, look at this, the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. It is mighty thin. It is mighty thin. There is nothing thick about this at all. It is, I don't know. It feels so thin, man. It just feels so thin. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. It's not bad. It's not like so thin that you're just insulted by it, but I don't know. It just feels a little thin. Maybe it's not. I mean, if you set it beside another deck, it's sort of similar in size. Maybe it's just my perception. Maybe it's because the cards are oversized and therefore I think it's thin. I don't know. I'm not going to disparage it. The book is so good. Everybody loves the book, you know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice deck. It's a pretty deck for sure. And the book is fantastic. The book is just amazing. It's straight up. One of the best books I have is from this deck. All right. Aquarius has feelings for me. The Moon, the Eight of Cups, Death, and the Magician. It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel, it just doesn't feel like that. The big problem I have here is the Eight of Cups, where we're leaving, we're exiting, and we're happy to do so because we're into death, right? Normally, when we have these dramatic cards, you know what I mean? Yeah, mystical, I agree with you. We have these dramatic cards, the Eight of Cups. I'm leaving you. I'm exiting. I'm leaving. I can't stand you. I've got to get out. I'm leaving. After you have these, what's around it? You need to know what is around it and what's going to happen next. Well, the next thing is death. We need something different. We can't do what we were doing. And that's what you have with the Moon. We can't get into something steady. We got to leave. And we need to do so because we're ready for something different. So it's almost like that they don't have a lot of things. They're more looking for something a little bit different than you, but it just feels like that, right? The Magician says overall, you just have better options. At the end of the day, you have better options. It's like we're sort of hanging on to something we don't need to hang on to. You have better options. The Magician is a master of all traits, a master of all of the elements and whatnot. It does feel like that the Magician is a really good card sort of in the spread here because it does send you an empowerment feel. It is an empowerment card. I have the ability to do this. I have the ability to understand. I have the ability to sort of move on and to get somebody better and to get something that's going to be a little bit better. But we do have a little bit of a feel, a little vacate, a little change, a little not wanting the norm and whatnot. But yeah, I agree. I don't know. I mean, is it thin? Is it thin? Here's my deck. Everybody loves not everybody. I mean, most people that get my deck compliment it. They say it feels good. It shuffles well. It's the same size as this one. So if mine is liked, why is this one not liked? Again, I'm back to, is it because the cards are oversized? You do have oversized cards. Is it because they're bigger that we feel like that is thinner? I mean, once you get bigger, do you have to go thicker to sort of accommodate the change? I'm kind of curious here. But I mean, obviously it does feel thin to me as well. And a lot of reviews on Amazon say that it is thin. I don't know. Anyway, that is it from me. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much for hanging out, following me and all that stuff. Hit that like and subscribe. See you tomorrow.